morning everyone. Hope you all are good and safe at home. Now, today onwards, we are going to start the very important topic which is called trigonometry. So, you have little bit hint, you have already read about trigonometry in 10th class as well. There are total 6 trigonometric ratios. One is sine theta. Next one is cosine theta. Third is tangent theta. Fourth one is cosecant theta. Next is secant theta, and the last one is cotangent theta. You know all these 6 trigonometric ratios. You have already read about these things. These 6 trigonometric ratios in 10th class as well. These are the full names of 6 trigonometric ratios. Its abbreviations are SIN, which is called sine theta. For cosine theta, we are going to write it as cos theta. This is the abbreviation of cosine theta. And tan theta is the abbreviation of tangent theta. Cosec theta is the abbreviation of cosecant theta. Sec theta is the abbreviation of secant theta. And cot theta is the abbreviation of cotangent theta. We are going to use these short forms: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Now, cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. Cosec theta is the reciprocal of sine theta. That means cosec theta is equals to 1 by sine theta, or we can write sine theta is equals to 1 by cosec theta. Then sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. So we can write cos theta is equals to 1 by secant theta, or secant theta is equals to 1 by cos theta. And last one, cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So we can write cot theta is equals to 1 by tan, or we can write tan theta is equals to 1 by cot. So now these are sine, cos and tangent. These are three major trigonometric functions, three major trigonometric functions, and these three are the reciprocals of upper three. So secant is the reciprocal of sine, secant is the reciprocal of cosine, and cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. Now, also tan theta we can write it as sine theta by cos theta. That means division of sine theta by cos theta is called tangent theta, and of course cot theta is the reciprocal of tan. So in terms of cos by sine, it is cos theta by sine theta. Cot theta is equals to cos theta by sine theta. Hope these 6 trigonometric ratios are clear, that cosec is the reciprocal of sine, secant is the reciprocal of cos, and cot is the reciprocal of tan, or we can write tan as in terms of sine and cos, which is sine by cos, and of course cot is the reciprocal of tan, so we can write cos by sine. Now let's move to quadrants. Well, I have already drawn x-axis and y-axis. This is positive x-axis. Here this side is negative x-axis. Upper side is positive y-axis, and down side is negative y-axis. This is xy plane. This is called xy plane. Xy plane. Now, this is positive side of x-axis and positive side of y-axis. So this portion is your first quadrant. This portion is your first quadrant, and will move towards anti-clockwise. Remember one thing, in mathematics when we are going anti-clockwise, when we are in anti-clockwise direction, we are always on positive side. That means anti-clockwise direction is positive direction and clockwise is your negative direction. Anti-clockwise direction positive direction, and of course its reciprocate clockwise direction is negative direction. So if this is your first quadrant, then this passage their x-axis is negative and positive y-axis. This is your second quadrant, and here this is your third quadrant. Third quadrant contains negative x and negative y, and this is fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant contains all the points of positive x points and negative y points, and this is called fourth quadrant. Remember the direction. This is the main thing, anti-clockwise direction. I have followed the anti-clockwise direction. If this is your clock, if this is your 12, then this 3, 6, 9. So this is your anti-clockwise direction. 12 to 9. If we are going from 12 to 9, if we are going from 12 to 3, that means it is clockwise direction. But here we are going anti-clockwise direction. This is your first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So quadrants occur whenever we are drawing x-axis and y-axis, that means xy plane, and if we are going through anti-clockwise direction, we are on the positive direction. Hope quadrants are clear. Now let's do another thing which we draw on this xy plane, or we can say which we draw on these quadrants. This is called fundamental triangle. Now what do you mean by fundamental triangle? Taking O origin as the point, I am drawing one triangle and name it as OMP. This is a triangle. This is fundamental triangle. Why it is called fundamental triangle? Because here one point is fixed, which is O, origin. O point is fixed. So with the fixed point O, if we are drawing one triangle, that is called fundamental triangle. Why it is so? And another one thing that it is called fundamental, because here OP is always perpendicular to MP. Here OP is always perpendicular to MP. Because if we are drawing this thing on graph, then OP, of course this is a part of x-axis, of course this is a straight line, and when we are taking a point on this first quadrant, so from M to P, again a straight line, just like on graph. So MP is perpendicular to OP. So whenever the point O, which is fixed, that means origin, and also MP perpendicular to OP, then the triangle we are getting is called fundamental triangle. Now what do you mean by fundamental triangle? Here the fundamental triangle, what you are watching, that OP is on the positive x-axis. Here OP is positive, and here MP, which is parallel to y-axis, if that means if this point is, let it be 6, that means we are covering 6 points on y-axis. It is same as, so of course again it is positive side of y-axis, because this is positive side of y-axis, is again positive side. So we are getting positive height. This is positive base, positive perpendicular. If we are having positive base, OP is your base, MP is your perpendicular. Positive base and positive perpendicular. So we know that Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. So of course this is positive square plus this is positive square, and now we are getting hypotenuse, which is again positive. That means OM will find it, whenever we will find OM, that also will be positive. That means in first quadrant your base is positive, perpendicular is positive, hypotenuse is positive. So what is the effect to get this fundamental triangle in first quadrant. Now the main thing is we are having first trigonometric ratio sine theta. Sine theta's formula is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. And well, you have already heard about one rhyme to learn the formulae, the basic formulae. What is that rhyme? Pandit Badri Prasad Har Har Bole Sona Chandi Tole. So this rhyme basically is about to learn the formula. So P, H and S, the first alphabet of every word. Pandit, that means start from P. So P, H and S. What do you mean by it? P and H are perpendicular and hypotenuse, and S is for sine. That means sine theta's formula is P by H. Same as cos theta. C for cos, because the three basic trigonometric ratios are sine, cos and tangent. SCT, that means sine, cos and tangent. So cos theta's formula is V by H. And tan theta's formula is T for tan, P and B. So P by B. So what do you mean by P and H? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So here's a perpendicular is MP and hypotenuse OM. So what you are watching, that perpendicular is positive, hypotenuse is also positive. So positive by positive, that means we are getting positive trigonometric. That means we are getting answer, positive answer in case of sine theta. And in case of cos theta, again base is positive and hypotenuse is also positive. So what we are getting, again we are getting positive answer for cos theta. Here we don't know about what is the length of OP and what is the height of MP. Here we don't know. When we are having the value of OP and MP, then we can find OM by using this formula, Pythagoras theorem. We will get the answer, which will again positive. So what actually I mean to say, what I mean to explain here, that sine theta formula is P by H. Here perpendicular, hypotenuse, perpendicular again base, both are positive. So what we are getting all the values of three trigonometric ratios, sine, cos and tangent. We are getting the positive answers. In first quadrant, sine theta's value is positive, cos theta's value is positive and tan theta's value is positive. Same as in case of reciprocal. Sine theta's reciprocal is cosecant theta. Again, if we are getting positive answer, let it be 2, then cosecant theta's value will be, sine theta's value, let it be 1 by 2. Sine theta's value is 1 by 2. So cosecant theta's value will be 2 by 1. Of course, it is a reciprocal of 1 by sine. So if we are getting positive answer here, then again we are getting positive answer for cosecant, and for cos reciprocal, which is secant, also we are getting positive answer, and for reciprocal of tangent, which is cot, we are getting positive answer. So what we are getting here, in first quadrant, the value of every trigonometric ratio is positive. In first quadrant, the value of every trigonometric ratio is positive, either sine, cos, tan, secant, cosecant or cotangent. We are getting positive answer if we are in first quadrant. This is the first quadrant area. If we are in first quadrant, remember this thing, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Now what about now second quadrant? second quadrant, if we are having triangle, take this point as, okay, take this another point Q R, and again here RQ is perpendicular to Q. Now what you are watching here, this is a part of negative x-axis, of course. QO, that means negative number we are getting, because Q should be, if it is -2, so we are getting Q as -2, 0. So of course this is negative. So QO is the negative part of x-axis, but RQ, which is parallel to positive y-axis, so this is the positive part. And of course, when we are getting, when we are substituting in this Pythagoras theorem, what we are getting, base is negative, this is negative sign of x-axis, so negative square is positive, of course this is positive side, sorry, this is positive side, so plus positive side, so positive plus positive, again we are getting hypotenuse always positive. So hypotenuse is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. If base is of negative x-axis, this is on negative x-axis side, of course if we are talking about QO, which is the distance, distance cannot be negative, we are applying the modulus sign and we are getting the positive distance. I am not talking about here distance, I am just talking about we are on negative x-axis. I am talking about we are on negative x-axis. So here this is a parallel line to positive y-axis, then this is we are on positive y-axis side. So we are talking about actually quadrant. So what will happen in the trigonometric ratios? So sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Your perpendicular is positive and hypotenuse also positive. Base is on negative side of x-axis and hypotenuse is positive. And here perpendicular is positive and base is on negative side of x-axis. So but you are watching that here we are getting the value of sine theta, positive value. We are getting positive value of sine theta, and for cos and tangent theta, negative upon positive is negative, positive upon negative is negative. So we are getting negative values of cos theta and tangent theta. But for sine theta, we are getting positive value. And of course, for its reciprocal, that means for cosecant theta, again we are getting positive value. But for secant theta, of course, if its value is -1/2, then secant's value is -2. Again, it will become, we are getting negative value. And for cot theta, again we are getting negative value. Because here for tangent we are getting negative value, for cos we are getting negative value. So in second quadrant, we are getting sine and cosecant, which is a reciprocal of sine. So we are getting sine and cosecant theta, both are positive. We are getting the positive values of sine theta and cosecant theta. The rest trigonometric ratios, if the values lie in second quadrant, then the value will be negative. For cos, for secant, for tangent and for cotangent, the value will be negative in second quadrant. So, but you get till yet in first quadrant, we are getting all positive values. We are getting all positive values of all 6 trigonometric ratios. And in second quadrant, we are getting the values of sine and cosecant, which are positive, and rest are negative here. That means the rest of trigonometric ratios having values, if they are lying in second quadrant, it will be negative. Now, what about third quadrant? is your third quadrant. Now, in third quadrant, x-axis is negative, y-axis is also negative because this is parallel to negative y-axis. So, when we'll substitute the values in Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Of course, negative square becomes positive, negative square becomes positive. We are getting positive answer as hypotenuse answer will be positive. So, what will be its impact on trigonometric ratios? Now, what is perpendicular? This is perpendicular. Perpendicular is negative and hypotenuse is positive. But you are watching, in first quadrant hypotenuse was positive, in second quadrant hypotenuse was positive, and in third quadrant as well hypotenuse is positive. And but you will watch in fourth quadrant hypotenuse will also be positive. That means in each and every quadrant hypotenuse will always remain positive, because we are getting hypotenuse answer is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Whatsoever is a base, whatsoever is a perpendicular, when we are doing it squaring, we are getting positive answer. So hypotenuse will always be positive. So negative upon positive is negative for sine. What about cos? Base. Base is negative, hypotenuse is positive. So we are getting negative cos theta. And what about tangent theta? Perpendicular is negative and base is also negative. Perpendicular is negative, base is negative. Minus minus will cancel out, we'll get positive tan theta. So, now, but you are watching that sine is negative. Of course, its reciprocal is also negative. If cos is negative, then secant will also be negative, because secant theta is 1 by cos theta. If tan is positive, then we are getting the positive value of cot as well. So, but we are getting in third quadrant. In third quadrant, sine is negative, cos is negative, but tan is positive. So, tan theta and of course its reciprocal cot theta. Both are having positive value in third quadrant. Rest 4 trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, cosine, sine, cos, cosecant and secant. All these 4 trigonometric ratios values are negative in third quadrant. Only tangent and cotangent are having positive values in third quadrant. Now, let's talk about the last quadrant, which is fourth quadrant. So again we are drawing fundamental triangle. This is O, M, P. So now in fourth quadrant, OM, base is on positive x-axis, where height MP, it is parallel to negative y-axis. So of course this is on negative side of y-axis, and again if we are substituting positive base and negative perpendicular, again we are getting hypotenuse as positive. So its impact on trigonometric ratio, let's find it out. Now, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Perpendicular is negative, which is on negative side of y-axis, and hypotenuse is always positive. Hypotenuse is positive. So we are getting negative answer. So what about base? Base is positive and hypotenuse is also positive. So we are getting positive cos theta. And what about tangent theta? Perpendicular is negative and base is positive. So negative upon positive is negative. So of course for its reciprocal, for cosecant theta the value will be negative, for secant theta value will be positive, and for cotangent theta value will be negative. So that means in fourth quadrant you are getting the positive values of cos theta or secant theta. So in first quadrant we are getting positive values for all trigonometric ratios, but for in the second quadrant we are getting the positive values for sine and cosecant only, and for the third quadrant we are getting the positive values for tan and cot, and fourth quadrant we are getting the positive values of cos and secant. Now it's quite difficult to learn, but with a rhyme it's quite easy to learn. What is the rhyme then? The another rhyme to learn the quadrants and the placement of all the trigonometric ratios in quadrants. Add sugar to coffee, or you can learn after school turn college. What is the meaning of this rhyme? Just look at the first alphabet of this rhyme, add sugar to coffee, ASTC, and the another same rhyme is, you can learn any of the rhyme after school turn college, again ASTC. So what do you mean by A? All trigonometric ratios values are positive in first quadrant. What do you mean by S? Sine. S means sine. We are getting the positive value of sine theta, and of course for its reciprocal we are getting positive value. Again T for tangent. Tangent and its reciprocal, which is cotangent theta, we are getting positive values. And last one is C. C for cos and its reciprocal, which is secant. So again I am saying we are having three basic trigonometric ratios: sine, cos and tangent. So the last rhyme or even this rhyme, it totally dependent upon the three basic trigonometric ratios: sine, cos and tangent. And again the placement we are getting according to the reciprocal of, that means the sine reciprocal of sine, which is cosecant. Of course if sine is placed here with positive value, then cosecant is also positive here. So if tangent is positive in third quadrant, then cotangent is also positive in third quadrant. If cos is positive in fourth quadrant, then secant is also positive in fourth quadrant. So this is the rhyme to learn after school turn college. All positive values, sine and cosecant values are positive. Rest trigonometric ratios values are negative here, and in third quadrant tan and cot are positive, and the rest four are negative here, and here cos and secant are positive and rest four are negative here. Hope this criteria is clear to you. Well, this is the basic of trigonometry. We'll do some question dependent upon this base in next video. So till then, just remember this thing, what I have done on this board. So just watch this video 2 or 3 times so that it will stick in your mind that what is the first where is the first quadrant, where is the second quadrant, and we are moving anti-clockwise direction, and here in first quadrant all values are positive, in second quadrant which trigonometric ratios are positive, and in third and as well as in fourth. So just watch this video very carefully. Till then, stay home and be happy. Thank you so much.